everyone, Lau here. Yeah, we're living in strange times right now, right? No one knows how it's going to be in the future. We all have to do our best in those times of coronavirus. So yeah, to get your head off all of this, because right now it's a weekend, the sun is shining, I'm inside, stay inside, but that's the time when I either doing cosplay stuff or focus on my toy collection. And actually I received some new vintage toys, but I thought I'd never really made a video why I collect them, what I collect, what it means to me, and I want to do that actually before I just show you a haul or something. So I thought I would make a video about my love for vintage girls toys from the 80s and 90s. So yeah, that's what this video will be about. I will try to start why I love them, what I'm collecting, how I got into that, and then show you some examples. So it's mainly My Little Pony that I collect, these kind of guys here. But in case you don't know what else could be there, there's also, for example, Polly Pockets or keepers, stuff like that. And I can remember, I'm a kid of the 90s. I was born in 88, so all that, My Little Pony, I was still able to get that when I was a child. I remember having My Little Ponies when I was really little, I don't know, 2 years old or something. I got a set from my best friend for birthday. I don't really remember that, but I think there are photos existing. And I loved them. I had maybe until I was maybe 10 or something, I had them. And I had a couple of them, maybe also 10 or 15 ponies. I did not have a huge collection when I was a child. And then after that I kind of forgot about it. I also had obviously stuff like Polly Pockets or those things that you had, but I was also I also had Matchbox cars, and I was also playing with dinosaurs, so it was all mixed up. So I'm not only collecting them because of sentimental reasons nowadays, but I also collect them because I think they just look so cute as decoration in your room. And it all started back in, I think, 2013 or something, when I was really into blogging, like Japanese fashion bloggers. I was on Blogspot a lot, and I think I saw a picture of one of the girls. I think it was Pastel Bet. I don't know if she's still blogging or a huge influencer or whatever, but I remember seeing a selfie of her in her room, and back behind her there was a shelf with these super cute pastel ponies, and I was like, oh, that looks so cute, I want to have that too. I remember having them when I was a child, right? Yeah. And I started to research what are they called, because I couldn't remember anything, really. I didn't know that they were called My Little Pony, or in German Mein kleines Pony, when I was a kid. I think I called them Himmelsponies, so I did not know the term My Little Pony, or I didn't know that they had evolved into different generations after I started having them. And I also didn't know that this is the same thing that got into the generation 4 My Little Ponies, which is Friendship is Magic, the very popular TV series. So I had no idea what that is. So I started researching, and then I got into, that's the same. And around 2014 maybe, I started getting my first ponies. I started looking on flea markets, but you can't really get ponies in Germany on flea markets. It's just I think they are already too old. You sometimes get generation 4 ponies, which is cool, but you really have to look on eBay or online. And then I started every now and then to get some ponies. I wanted to have this cute background in some in my room back then. But 2013, it's kind of a long time ago, and I still do not have like a huge collection or anything. It's because I stopped collecting them in between. There were years when I did not get a single pony, but like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, I found like YouTubers who were showing off their vintage girls toys collection, and then I noticed, wow, there's actually more than My Little Pony that has this like whimsical, cutesy, pastel, over-the-top girly look, and I started like, yes, I also want to have some of them, like, yes, Polly Pockets, I remember having them. Yes, there were those keepers. I remember having a friend in kindergarten who had keepers at home, and yeah, so that all started like my collection. As I said, I do not have a huge collection right now, so I will insert now what I filmed, how like my collection display looks like. So yeah, here is my toy shelf. I just want to give you a little introduction to what my collection looks like. Just very briefly have a look over the shelves. Like this, like, yeah, these shelves are like my like vintage girls toys. These are not that vintage because it's Generation 4 ponies. Okay, the last shelf is actually Harry Potter stuff, so that's something else. And then here's my Toy Story stuff. So, but as you've probably noticed today in the video, I'm talking about like the vintage girls toys, mainly ponies and Polly Pocket. Yeah, so there you could see that like the main part of my collection is My Little Pony, and the next big thing is Polly Pocket. Sorry, I have to do some preparations here before I can show you something. Yeah, is Polly Pocket, and then I have a lot of miscellaneous other things that I collect, like like keepers, or some Lady Lovely Luck's pets, or some, yeah, My Pretty Kitty, or my Pretty Puppy, or fairy tale birds. So and different generations. So my main focus concerning My Little Pony is Generation 1. I think they are the cutest, and those are the ones that I had as a child. I will now show you some ponies which are my favorites. I don't want to show you like my whole collection in this video because it would take probably a long time, and it should be just an introductory video why I collect those and what I collect and what I actually do not collect. Like, I want to show you my absolutely, I already showed it to you, my absolutely favorite pony, which is it's from the Rock and Beat Pony series, and this one is one I had as a child. Though this is not my childhood pony. I do not have any of my childhood ponies because I gave them to my nieces when I was older, and they moved a lot, and somehow ponies, Polly Pockets and everything got lost. I got some dinosaurs back, which were my childhood dinosaurs, but yeah, none of the ponies, so I tried to get them back, and this was my very favorite pony as a child. It's called Half Note. As I said, it's from the Rock and Beat Pony series from 1990 to 1991, and I definitely got that directly during that time because, as I said, I was born in 88, so that absolutely made sense. I didn't know anything about the names. Of course, the names were also different in German. I called her Rock Lady, so she's still my Rock Lady, although this is not the original one. I don't know. I still love those neon ponies, kind of even a little bit more than the typical pastel ones. Maybe because this one was one of my favorite ponies as a child. and I kind of try to collect the whole series. It's 4 ponies. I already have three of them, yeah. So this is like my top favorite pony. It will never change because I have so many like memories of playing with it in the playground or in the bathtub, and although she's called Half Note, which I think it's not a very nice name, I don't know, she will always be my rock lady. So this is my absolutely favorite pony. I want to show you also like 2 other ponies which I really like and I think are kind of a little bit more special. This is Honeysuckle, and she's not rare or anything, but it's kind of rare to find those flutter ponies with wings. Those were like all of the ponies had those wings. They are like, if I compare it, they are smaller, although they are not the baby sized ponies, and they have these wings, very thin, very delicate, and in the middle you could press a button. Oh, is it focusing? And then they would move, and you actually never see them with wings. And I think there are reproduction wings outside, you can get them, but I do not think that these are reproduction wings because I got it on eBay for kind of a cheap price, and the person who I got it from was not a regular like pony seller, or it was just a normal person that they had found this pony and would like to sell it to someone who likes it. That's why I do not think they put in reproduction wings. That's why I think it's the original wings, and I still see that also it's the factory curls still in their hair. The only bummer is that the hair turned white. This pony is known to be one of those with the fading pink hair, so almost all ponies who had that hair color have now like white color because it's, as I said, the pink color fades. So this is kind of very special to me because I found it on eBay. I was like, oh my gosh, 12 euro, buy it immediately. And I think it is real flutter wings, very special. And one of my other favorite ponies is this one. It's the birthday pony. It came out in 1992, I think, for the 10th year anniversary of My Little Pony back then. And it is covered with like cutie marks all over, even more than the Twice as Fancy ponies, which have like cutie marks like around here. Normally a cutie mark is just here. And it had, it's not in the very best condition because there's some things missing in the hair. Here were like those spirals, like, but I found it at a convention. I found it at a random seller at a convention amongst some other ponies, and this was one of like the ones that I really wanted to have because it is so beautiful. And then I found it at a convention, and I did not pay like probably anything. I paid like, I don't know, 2 euros or something for that. That was one of my grail ponies, and I found it in a random bin at a convention. Like, that's why it means so much to me. And I also want to show you the 3 ponies which I recently received. And they are all something special because, as I said today, I just want to show you like the special cases that I have, all my favorites, let's say it like that. And they are all, it's 3 ponies. I'm sorry for the changing light, maybe I have to, no, I think I keep it like that because whenever I put something in front of the camera it gets lighter, so let's keep it like that. I think you can still see me. Yeah, these 3 ponies, I say ponies, you will see in a minute why, are something special because they're all a first for me. Let's start with the pony, which is this one. It's it's Baby Lucky, and it is my very first mail order pony. I never had a mail order pony before. Yes, there were ponies back then. It's from 1984, I think, and there were ponies back then which you could not get in the shops like normal. But you had to collect special stamps at the back sides of the packages and then send them in, and then you got like a pony back in reward. And so these are kind of a little bit more rare. Some mail order ponies are super rare. For example, there's one called Rapunzel. This is worth like, I don't know, a couple of €100, maybe 1,000, I have no idea. And this is my very first mail order pony. And it's also something special because it was the very first baby boy pony. So this is a pose that is supposed to be a boy pony, not a girl. And it has this very strange haircut. At first when I saw it, I thought maybe this is like, did someone cut the hair? But no, it's supposed to be like that. It came with that cut, and never any other pony had this kind of hair any more, like, again, like all other like boy ponies then had long hair after that. And it is a very good condition, and I'm super happy to have that. So the next one is my very first sea pony. I never had a sea pony before, and I think they were also not really common in Germany. There was one set which was released back in 83 to 84, which was one of the first waves of sea ponies, and this must be one of them. Although I can't really tell because so it could be wave breaker or wave dancer. So one of them is the US release and the other is the European release, and they exactly look the same. They just came with different accessories, so with different brushes, and I do not have a brush or anything, so I don't know which one it is. But as I got it from Germany now, from a German seller, it might be the European version, so it might be wave dancer, wave breaker. I mean, sorry. And normally those ponies, they are supposed to be taken into the bathtub, you know. They will float because they have something like heavy here, so they will float in the water. And they also came with beautiful shells, so that like this, like my hand here and here, so something like that. It would look something like this. And obviously I do not have the shell. It did not come with it. And a sea pony intact with the shell and in good condition is really rare and can go for a lot of money. So I'm really happy that I have this one with this. Look at the hair, it's so smooth, and I almost think this pony was never taken into the bathtub or played with, which is actually kind of sad because, you know, it's toys, and toys are there for like playing with them, played and loved by children. But at the same time, I'm happy to have like a sea pony in this beautiful condition. So my first sea pony, and as I said, like pony, so this wasn't really a pony, more like a seahorse but with a pony head. This one isn't a pony either, but it's still from My Little Pony. This is a creamsicle. It came in a set of so-called pony friends. There were two sets. This is one from the first set from 86 to 87. And all of them weren't ponies. So there was a giraffe, this one, there was a lion, there was a zebra, what else? An oak, a dinosaur, like things like that. And they are also kind of rare. I'm not sure if they were released in Germany or not, but they go also for like a lot of money on eBay, for example. They are worth more than an average pony. And so I bid on this auction, and it was not cheap, but it was not the most expensive, because I think the ones which are the rarest are the dinosaur, which is called Cutiosaurus, and the oak, which is called Oakley. Great. And creamsicle you can find more often, but it is so cute. And honestly, these pony friends are kind of my grail toys to collect. So this is the beginning. It's my very first one, so it's my first one of the pony friends. So I got these like 3 together from the same seller, and I'm actually not a big fan of auctions on eBay, let me tell you. Really like into it. I'm more like into just click on buy immediately, buy, and not like to fiddle around with like prices. But let me tell you on ponies. Like ponies, I find most often, like of course I most often buy them online. From time to time I found them on flea markets, but super rare. It is super rare. I found once, sometimes you find, as I said, generation 4 or generation 3 ponies, which they all look a little bit different. And when I see them, then I also get them, although my main collection is generation 1 ponies. So I would never buy generation 2 or 3 or 4 online. I only buy those ponies online, and all my other collections I also tend to get them like otherwise than online. I like to get them like in the wild. So I also recently got ponies at conventions, which is super great. Yeah, right now no conventions are happening, of course. Nothing is happening. I mean, there's a lot happening, but nothing which is fun. So who knows when we will be able to go to flea markets or conventions again. As long as the post offices are still open, I think people will sell stuff online. So maybe I get into toy collecting even more during that time. But I have like no idea. But I enjoy my collection so much, and I wanted to show you like 2 of my other favorite vintage girls toys, which are not ponies today as well. Because I recently also got a lot of my, that's not starting with my, that's just Polly Pocket, but my Polly Pocket. A lot of Pollys from a friend. She was so kind and gifted to me. Thank you, Xenia, or Brilliant Humor. I call her Xenia, but gave me her childhood Polly Pockets. I will show you probably a lot of them in maybe a future video where I show you my complete Polly Pocket collection. This one is not from her, but this is my favorite Polly Pocket. And it actually was a Grail Polly Pocket when I did not even know that I would start collecting them. And then I suddenly got it. Like, I asked my niece, as I said, like all my childhood ponies and Polly Pockets and a lot of childhood toys I gave to my nieces. And I asked like 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, one of my nieces, do you still have them? And it was in the summertime, and then she didn't know, and I didn't know, and as I knew already that the ponies were lost, I thought probably the Polly Pockets are lost as well. And then last year, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, I was so overwhelmed because my niece had found them, like at least 2 of them, but they were not mine. Like, they were not my childhood Polly Pockets, but she found Polly Pockets from someone else in her room. She's not old enough to have like really had them as a child, because let's face it, Polly Pockets are from the beginning of the 90s and she was born in the 2000s, so that makes sense that she had them. I don't know why she had them, they were not mine, but she found them and she gifted them to me for Christmas, and being also one of them was this one, which is one of the biggest Polly Pockets out there. It's called, I have to look up because I'm not good with pony names. I'm kind of okayish, but not with Polly Pocket names. It's the Fairylight Wonderland from the Fairy collection, and it is beautiful from the outside, although it has a little bit of like sun fading around here. I don't know how much the camera catches that, but it is so beautiful inside. Maybe I come a little bit closer to the camera. Oops. Because there's so much happening. I love it because there are like all those things that you can open, and then find the dolls in there, or over here, what's in there? Yes, there's a car. You can open doors. And this one, you can put in some of the Polly dolls in there, and it goes around like a merry-go-round. I think, where is it? This one? Yeah, this one. You can turn this wheel, and then the balloon goes up and down. And what's the most beautiful thing about this is, you know, you can see the fairies and the stars, and it lights up. I mean, there's a switch. Let me. There's a switch, and whenever you are like, even though, let me try. Yeah, when you're opening it, like even though you've turned it out and you've closed it completely, when you open it, it will be turned on, and you have this beautiful fairy lights, and it is just like the most stunning thing that you could. I really want as a child. There's so much to play with, and I vividly remember playing a lot with Polly Pockets. As I said, not with this one. I did not have this one. I had like a handful of Polly Pockets. Anyways, with Polly Pockets it's a little bit. With Polly Pockets it is a little bit difficult how to just play them, because some of them they look so cute from the outside already, but then you open them and they look even more beautiful from the inside. So it's a mix what I'm doing. Like this one I display openly, and then there are different Pollys that I display closed. And so I also do not collect, maybe I just show them to you once again. I also do not collect any kind of dolls, so Barbie and Lady Lovely Locks dolls and stuff like that. I do not collect that. I don't know, it's just about something about those vinyl animals with brushable hair that I love the most, except for Polly Pockets, like, which comes in second, I would say. Can I put it here? Let's just put it somewhere, because the video is already too long and the light has like changed drastically. Like I have no idea how I should do that, because when it's yeah, anyways, because the light has changed drastically, and I hope I could like I could at least get your head off the current situation outside, and made you think about your childhood and what you loved back then, or maybe what you love today, because for me it always comes in a circle. What I loved when I was little I kind of love again. So yeah, hope you had a little bit of fun with this video. I might make like other toy collecting videos, like maybe what do you want to see? Do you want to see any of the complete collections, or please also tell me if you found one of those your childhood ponies or childhood toys in here. Did you have any of them? What did you have as a child? I'm super into like toy history and all that. So although most of us can't go outside, please have a magical day. See you real soon, and also may the force be with you. Bye!